Hello everybody, welcome back to Foundry. Let's pick up where we left off yesterday. I did notice just as I was booting up the stream that we actually have a large scrap deposit somewhere very close by. That's very weird. Oh, I wanted to say that that's a very weird artifact, but those are just our miners. Cool. So what we're gonna do now? Okay, I have enough building blocks. I have enough power poles. I didn't want to go just yet because I do not have enough cable. How much? I can make just 8, so that's definitely not good enough. I need to steal some cable from here. I'll queue up everything because why not? Okay, those are literally all the cables. And I'm gonna go to an area where I am gonna be very unlikely to build. I would say that that looks like a very nice area. Before I start building, I want to remember this is a height of 4. The regular solar panel is a height of 2. Out of curiosity, can I place this randomly in the air? Okay, I honestly did not expect this, but we'll take it. So we are expanding our power grid, if it's not extremely obvious. But we're gonna do so by building at the very top of the map. Okay, I think that that's good enough. Let's switch back to our building block. So that's the height we need for the solar panels. I want to go just a bit over that. So we're actually gonna make the base over here. And we're gonna go a lot in that direction. Let's get solar panels, we have a few batteries. And now I will just litter the sky with solar panels. They literally, well, they cost something, but After we place them down, it's basically infinite power. I'm not gonna go overboard with solar panels, with this tier of solar panels, and I might actually replace this later on with tier 2 solar panels. Just because it's gonna make it substantially easier to calculate. So I did want to check if the day-night cycle option actually works. And it looks weird. It kind of feels like it... Maybe I'm just a bit too far up. But yeah, the light from my flashlight is still very visible. I don't know if it's meant to be like that during the day. I might try to do another reset for the day-night cycle closer to 12 p.m. It is going to be a long process. I'll say that up front. And you know what? Oh, okay. I thought 2K platform would last me way longer than this for some silly reason. So yeah, I was mentioning one of the big differences between tier 1 and tier 2 solar panels is that the tier 2 solar panels actually provide constant output as long as it's daylight. These baby solar panels don't, which is quite a big inconvenience. Let's do the same thing for batteries. So the large battery is a height of 3. Let's give it a height of, I don't know, let's give it a height of 5. Five free spaces, and then okay, that's good. And well, we'll just build as much as I can. So one of these can only have three connections in total. I forgot the width of the battery. Width is 3, so I will put one here. Let's see if I have more batteries than this. I'm not gonna be bothered about linking everything right away because we're in the middle of the night. So many misclicks. I'm gonna be quiet for a bit, just so that I hopefully make fewer mistakes. And with a bit of luck, I think I'm gonna be able to fit everything. I will delete the last line of blocks and make one more line. I think that should be just enough to cover everything. Yep, that will actually cover everything. Or I could have deleted the extra blocks here. All the same, all good. Let's start wiring. And we will have to go and actually make our ignium, what are they called, burner generators? I think they're called burner generators. I'll make them a bit smart, so they don't run while we have power in the batteries or in the solar panels. It's gonna be a very simple circuit network condition, or a relatively simple circuit network condition. And I know that technically I could chain these accumulators and solar panels from one power pole. That was not good. So while I could chain everything from one connection, I do like to give myself the option to expand backwards if necessary. That's the main reason why I have not daisy chained everything together. And yes, it is substantially easier to chain things together from up here. I believe I placed down about 200 of these. And that means basically 60, what was it, megawatts? Yes, this should be about 60 megawatts at peak power, which if we halve that is gonna be about 30. I haven't run the numbers exactly, but I think that halving is a bit on the optimistic side. So let's say we have about 25 megawatts, which is still very generous. So yeah, valid angles is 15 to 165, and it will have a sweet spot. Okay, since I'm here, I need to remember to add this generator so that the grid can be even more strained with power. Anyway, let's head back home. And let's do a few circuit network conditions. I am trying to remember which one I actually need. Since I'm here, I'm out of boards, so let's get... I can get wires from the home base. That's okay. I think that should be enough. I need either the evaluator or the processor. Let's try with that one. Okay, I am looking for this one. Everything else looks fine. It is almost daylight. We still don't have solar panel input, and I made, hopefully not a big mistake. I have a few batteries on me, but that's not enough. I need to head back and get one solar panel and one battery for that setup. Okay, that's enough. Okay, those things have a ton of batteries in stock. Memory cell, data evaluator, and I think that's it. Oh, really? Well, not a problem. Pretty soon it will not be required anymore. Let me remember what we're working with here. First of all, I need to place both of these things, and let's get okay. I think that's better. Let's see what signals we have over here. Actually, first of all, so this will display charge percentage on the B signal by default, and this will display the solar angle on S. So charge percentage is 0 because there is no grid connection, obviously. Really? Interesting. I cannot change solar panel with battery together. So currently the battery is being drained. Solar panels have not kicked in yet. And it's already been daylight for quite a while. Sun angle is still outside of operating range. It's slowly getting there though. Okay, and I think to remember the controls for these things, enable based on condition. Okay, I'm gonna disable this for now. I will connect all of these things together because they'll all get an enable based on condition, but right now I just have to figure out what the condition is going to be. And first and foremost, let's figure out how we want them to operate. So I think that the condition is we want to turn this on when the battery is drained. So when there's no more battery, we go to call power, and we want to turn them off regardless if we have battery or not when the solar panels come online. When I have the solar panels online, I do not want to consume coal even if I don't have enough power in the base. I'm kind of okay with that trade-off. So we have an on condition and an off condition. Now, the memory cell in this game works like this. So the output of the memory cell is gonna be a signal. I'm gonna do a green light, I think. So the idea is that when we're emitting a green light, we're gonna turn on cold building. Okay, so we want to send a black signal to reset, to clear out the output, and we want to send a yellow signal to trigger the green signal. Yellow signal to trigger the green signal, that means we need to read the battery charge, and I'm gonna say that as long as the battery charge is greater than 0, sorry, no. When the battery charge is 0, we're gonna send a yellow signal. Okay, let's see. I want this one over here, and I want something like this. Now Now let's connect. Okay, so this is connected. What signal do we have here? We have an angle of 182 and we have a charge of 1. And well, that answers our question. If we stop the day-night cycle, we alter how solar panels work. So unfortunately, we cannot stop the day-night cycle. I think it would make solar panels way too overpowered. Okay, so that is charging now. So we're gonna configure this one and we're gonna say when, where is it, B equals to 0, I want you to output me the on signal. So now this this is not set. We're saying that that's the on signal. This is the output and we want the reset signal to be black. And for that I think I need one more of these, because I need to evaluate two conditions. So we have S, which is our angle. This works between 15 and 165. And I think it was on S, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So first condition is S greater than, what do we want to do? We want to do S greater than 15 and S less than 165. So S greater or equal to 15. You're gonna output, let's say white. And over here we're gonna do S again. Was it 165? I think it was, but I'll need to double check. Was I outputting white? Greater than 15, 165, 15, 165, okay. So that's valid, and that means that we're gonna add a condition here when we have two whites. Having two whites means we are in the range. I'm gonna output the reset signal. need to move that a bit forward. I'll have to set the conditions again. So we said input, output, and reset on black. Now, if I've done everything well, we should not have a signal now. But if for so this has one black, two white, and no yellow. And we're gonna say enable when green is 1. And I want to see everything turned off now. Battery is full. What's the grid status? So this is 32 megawatts. Is it because it's already, yeah, it's already losing power. It's at almost half power and it's only 5 o'clock. So this is working for maybe 8 hours a day at peak capacity. But the main test now is when we remove this. When we remove this, I am expecting this to have a yellow. This should not have anything because the black will reset, will not allow the yellow to set. But as soon as we remove this signal as well, that's on and power turns on, which is our expected behavior. Connect this one back on, connect it to the grid, charge 82%. So we have our batteries almost fully charged. Power is dropping, but I think 22 gigajoules should hold us for the night. We'll see if it actually does. I have no idea how many seconds the night is to actually say this is 1 watt equals 1 joule per second. So I would need to divide this number by the number of seconds per night to know for how many watts I'll be able to constantly supply for the duration of the night. This is not fully charged, so it's just 18 joules. We'll see. But just to recap, the main idea over here is that this will output a signal and that will have a value of this number over here, the angle of the sun. So now it should be 167 or something like that on the S channel. You can see them on the tablet. We have two conditions here. We're gonna output a white block, one white block if it's less than or equal to 165, and one white block if it's greater than or equal to 15. And we're gonna output one black block if basically it's within the operating range. This will output one yellow block if the battery is fully drained. And over here we're gonna output a green signal as long as you have a yellow input, and we're gonna suppress that if we have the solar panels were a black input. So to read that in very simple terms, as long as we don't have battery, we're gonna output a green signal unless the solar panels are within the operating range. And if we have a green signal, this is gonna be turned on, otherwise it's turned off. Quite simple, no more coal usage. That should expand our starting patch life for quite a bit longer. And with that out of the way, I've made way too many data cables. I can leave almost all data cables at home. I don't want the thermalite. What do I want though? Some panels, some rods. Let's get some of this, let's get some of these. I definitely want all of those, I want some of those, and I want, ideally, I should really make more parts. How many do I have? Only 200 now, right? Yes. Okay, I'll make a small logistic container. And I'll only get them if there's enough to for the science, which right now should always be. Do I have steel? I still have some steel left, so steel shouldn't be a problem. Of course, you're missing foundation. Let's see, we can get probably 1 or 2 more improvements. We are stockpiling some material. Okay, I'm out of power, so it's it is a very easy decision, I think. To upgrade my solar panels. Yeah, I'll have the solar panels upgraded, and we will I don't need better cargo ships. I am running very low on spaceships though, so I'll upgrade that. I'm not gonna use the laser anytime soon. I think that that's gonna be enough for now. And I'm ready to build the next floor here. But let's figure out first exactly what we're building. So we're building circuit boards. How many do I want to build is the question. And let's assume I have a full dedicated belt of electronic components. That means I'll need half a belt. Do I have two belts now? I definitely cannot have two belts. So I need half a belt of boards, and that's gonna give me half a belt of circuits, and half a belt of circuits should be actually quite decent. Now I only have the level 2 assembler. When we upgrade we might be able to get more, but let's figure it out. I'll get the calculator out, and I want to look at what half a belt actually means. So a full belt is 320. If we divide by 18, that means about 18, which makes perfect sense. So I'll need 18 assembler 2. I actually have 18 assembler 2s, that's perfect. And let's walk backwards. How much to make half a belt of polymers? I need 6 casting machines. I should have 0, and it's this one. So that's 6 casting machines. And how many how much liquid polymer do I need for that? Quite easy. 150 times 6, that's 900 liquid polymer, and that is basically just one refiner. Okay, this is gonna be a fairly easy build. We still want to make it scalable though. And most importantly, I want to leave a bit of room this time. Okay, make sure we're dragging it the right way. Build as much as I can. I am really sorry for the darkness, but yeah, I feel it breaks the game. I am gonna use solar panels a lot, and it kind of breaks the game mechanics if I keep it on. Okay, so it's time to place pipes again. Oh, it's always the one I don't think it's gonna be. Cool, that is the that's the output. Let's get That is obviously wrong. Nothing a bit of copy pasting can fix. There we go, that's our liquid polymer greater than 900. So that's the first build. Almost done. Let's take the output as well. I'm extremely low on pipes. I hope I have enough to finish this build. Actually, I have enough steel. I can just make some... not that much steel, actually. And this takes quite a bit of steel. Let's focus on step 2. Step 2 is 6 casting machines. We're gonna stack them like this. I want to make sure that the input is on the far side. I was lucky, apparently. You know what? I'll make it over here like this. So this will have to 1, 2 that way, and now we have to bend it down first, and now like that. That's perfect. Replicate this 6 times. Well, for as long as we have machines. What's the grid status? We have 10 gigajoules left and we are 2 hours away from daylight. I want to make sure that our steam turbines are actually functioning as they're meant to be functioning. And they are indeed turned off. I'm not gonna go check the signals. Fairly sure what I did there was correct. Let's continue with the setup. I'll definitely need more of those. Okay, so this should give me 6 times 30. Which is above, it's 180, it's above 160, which is our half a belt. Actually, I'll leave the pipes in for now. I have too many polymer boards, but I can put those in a machine. The only thing I need to do is get an iron belt somewhere close to this machine. Oh, I need to actually press enter. Makes perfect sense, but well, it didn't make perfect sense to me when I was building. So okay, let's sort out the first one, which is that's not great. I definitely don't want it to be over the belt. Okay, this is good. Because with this I can basically just is that the right height? It's so difficult to see. It is the right height. What I'll do is I'll actually drag a dedicated belt. This can take in 2 belts, so I'll drag the other belt all the way over here as well. And probably make an output somewhere over here, I guess. Similar to this one. So let's make 1, 2, 3, 4 more elevators. How many machines? I said I needed 20 assemblers. Not 20, 18. I don't think that's gonna be enough space. Do I want to double stack them? I think I might actually double. I might double stack them just so I don't go too much over. Which means I don't need that extra space over there. So we're gonna have 3 lanes. Let's assume boards are coming here, iron circuits are coming over there. I want to make sure that I can actually reach all the resources first, because I might actually not. So this is, yeah, this will not work unless less, I do it like this. I think that this should work. So that's one input, that is one input, and then input and input. Okay, and then at the end of the line we just merge those two together. I think that that's the way to go. Obviously we have changed output, so this is gonna be on this side. And I need to have 9 factories, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Center belts go all the way there. This one will go like that. This one go like this. We'll have one belt and then we have the output. We'll figure out the details later. I have 18 of these and I think that that's enough. So let's see, this is input over here. This other one is on the other side. A bit annoying that I can no longer see what's happening on the belts, but well, we'll just trust the process. And speaking of trusting the process, it's time to prepare train stations. How do I get batteries to come out? I've never actually sorted out this problem. I don't want to get things over here, so I'll just oh, this is on the center pillar. Let's take it up to its lane. Not the most elegant. Not by far the most elegant. I need one extra space here, but it will have to do. And first and foremost, let's do the train stations, because everything is gonna be built around them. How many did I do? I did 2 of them, and I believe that that's enough. The input signals look good. We need to set these train stations to loading. So let's make batteries here. Is that how it's spelled? Energy cell, of course. And these are loading stations. Circuit board. And I'm using the just in case sometime in the future I want to expand my train. I don't want to have name conflicts. Okay. How many spaces below do I need to go? I know that I don't think I can put an output if I do it at this level. Let me try. I might be able to... I can actually. So I'll do it at this level. Energy cells come over here, and I have no clue. This? Okay, that's gonna be input. It's gonna be input. I just need to get the batteries down. Okay, cargo is flowing, and circuit boards are on the outer lift. Yep, that is... you know what? That's circuit boards, and those are energy cells. Let's do the inputs. So inputs are over here. and respectively over here. I need to slope up. Is it 2 spaces down? I think it's 2 spaces down. Looks about right. And I should be able to do this and this. Output, and just to make double sure once more, I am outputting energy cells in there. Already established, it needs to be 2 down. Might have been better to do it like this, though I've done this one, but it's okay. We are now, well, very slowly loading a full train. I'm just checking the stream health, making sure it's at least somewhat decent. I want to remind myself, what does this one require? Circuit boards and advanced machinery parts, okay. Not a big problem. But I think that we're done with this build for now. Checking grid stats. Did we actually run out of power? What time is it? It's only 10 o'clock. I don't think we have enough power for this, but I'll pun not intended, power through. Such a good thing I still had a robot over there. I forgot one very important thing. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, how much was I producing here? I had 2, 4, 6, 8 machines. That's 240. I'm not gonna add all that much, so I'm gonna add up to 480. It's half a belt extra. with how much the batteries are consuming, which is 12 per minute. Actually, half a belt extra should be enough to... Something feels off. Yes, something is off. I don't know what math I was doing, but I built this for a blue lane of 640 instead of a yellow lane of 320. Most likely I built it for a yellow lane, but I've multiplied something wrong. It's a factor of 2. We will get a bit more throughput, but yeah, we'll get at most half of this functioning at a time. It is what it is. Okay, these are slowly draining, that's what's happening. And just for safe measure, I know that a few times I needed energy cells and I was out of. So I'll actually get some energy cells. And this is the last time I'm going back. I want to get some circuit boards. Keep them equal, 2 stacks each, that's good. Okay. Train station. I'll actually mirror the train station, so I'll make the train station over here. I want the output to line up with basically with this area. So let's go ahead, let's make the line bigger first and foremost. So crazy that some rocks reach all the way over here. Anyway, I'm not gonna delete all the rocks now. But yeah, I'm gonna mirror this, so I'm gonna have the exit here. If I try to make the entry here, train station over here, then parking, I will run into this train station, so I'll use some of the space over here. And yeah, this will basically have most materials in the game. We do want to make this to be as scalable as possible. Yeah, one thing I wanted to check, how wide is this one? So it's 1, 2, 3 blocks. So if I want this to be dead center over here, I need to make input here. Sorry, input over here. That cannot be right. No, it is input over here. Okay. No, exit over here. So if we're exiting, like this, and we're coming in like this, is that looks a bit suspicious. We'll definitely need more train signals. I cannot make any more trains. I am storing all my material, so that should be good. Okay, this looks like an exit now, which is what we want it to look like. So chain signal, chain signal, chain, chain, out, and oh, there's already an out signal over there. I want to say that this looks good. I think that this looks good. Okay, still looking good. That doesn't look right. I'll just do a we really again. Get 3 of those. I'm very low on steel. I don't think I need to keep glass on me. I'm always a bit surprised on how compact these train stations actually are. Because as it turns out, this is actually correct. There we have it, our 2 train stations. Let's actually place them down. The trains are already built. That's a solid signal, yes, I hope so. And this is a chain signal. Colors look good. Okay, the rest of the space I think is gonna be Okay. It needs to align over here. Let's go with that naming convention. And the other one was circuit board, I believe. Let's do parking. For now, 2 slots of parking as usual will be more than enough. Do I need that spacing? I think I said I'm gonna use that spacing just because. So this will use a chain signal. Can I place anything here on that side? No, but that should be enough. Can I make this from all the way from over here? So if I'm not mistaken, that is the entry, and I'm not mistaken. And this is gonna be the exit. The big question is, can I put the signals? So we have chain there, chain there, chain there. So close. I can almost do it. I need solid signal here and nope, I cannot reach all the way. That was so close. Nope, the solid signal is over here. This needs to be a chain signal. Okay, this seems to be fully wired. Let's test if my trains actually work. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that that train is not stuck. I think I've made first one the energy cell. Obviously, this would not have enough just yet to be filled, but I can make an express delivery now for both trains. That one's going, and this one. That one's going too, as soon as this train starts moving. Okay, this one should be going now. Okay, as soon as this segment clears. Makes perfect sense. It would have been much easier to do a belt, but from here to here, not that expensive, but long term I think that this is definitely the better option. And finally, we'll get the research tier 3 up and running. Is that just a dead-end belt? It is just a dead-end belt. Let's empty up this one. What I want to do is shift the research packs. Now that I have the long inserters or loaders, I'm gonna be mixing the names probably forever. I'm sorry about that, but unfortunately I don't think that's gonna change. So over to this one, I'll do something very ugly. Which one am I emptying? This one. How many science packs do I have in total? I have yellow and... So technically I don't have six science packs. I could have made just 3 belts on this side and call it a day, but I think that it's gonna look a bit prettier this way. I don't know. I just felt like doing that, so it is what it is. Let's have a look at ratios. Same ratio to this one, it's 1.5, so I'll make the exact same number of machines, which is 8. I just need 6 more. I need a few more freight elevators. Cool, that's gonna be the science input. I am trying to remember where I'm smelting the thermalite. That's gonna be the third ingredient I'll need to bring. I should... yeah, I computed correctly. I have everything I need here. Probably should have made two outputs on this side. I now need to... oh no, I have enough loaders. So... did I make this lava shaft? No, I've made this lava shaft, so I'll need to drag a belt. Like this, I guess. Yep, that's where the lava shaft is. I could have done a better job at dragging this belt. Do I go under that one? Yeah, I think I'll do that. So, slope up. Okay, this will be the thermalite. Hopefully. That looks like a very long way to drag belts, but well, let's do it. Is that everything? I think that was almost everything. I don't think anything else will get in the way. Do I even do freight elevators? No, I don't think I'm gonna do freight elevators for this. Okay, it's gonna be the same setup, so Nothing should be out of the ordinary here. If I can actually select my belt, that is. Splitter to make sure we draw evenly. So I want to keep it at this level. I'll make a small adjustment. That's gonna be one belt. I'm almost out of range, that's annoying. Well, I actually managed to get rid of both of them. That's good, and these will be my two belts. Supplying my main bus. I'm gonna say it's good enough. They're not perfectly centered, but I don't think anybody cares about that. Well, I kind of care, but it is what it is. Now do I draw separate lines? I think I'm gonna actually draw separate lines for... I should have thought about that a bit better. Problem solved. There we go. And where do I want to draw these? Oh, they barely cleared that. Well, I need to remove this build anyway. Yeah, I'm definitely going on negative. I need to up my production. Is this the level? No, I need to go 2 levels higher. Okay, not the prettiest, still very long belts, but it works. and it will get our sands moving, and that's what matters right now. I have enough loaders for everything. This means we can start queuing up research. We'll start off with solar panels. I'll need to go build advanced machinery parts, but that means I need steel. And I don't have steel on rails, which is very annoying because that means I need to go build steel for rails. I'm looking for one more technology. And I 100% forgot the name of it. Definitely not the blast furnace. That's gonna allow us to scan for ore veins. Very good research, but not what we want. CPU production, that is good research, but again, not what I want. Oh, there we go, advanced steel making. So we can research this one, so I'll start with this because I need to make steel. I'm not gonna do cargo shuttles at this point. Ignium fuel rods is gonna be an alternative fuel source, but I'm not gonna be burning fuel when I can just not burn fuel. That's an expensive research, but I'll do it. That's an even more expensive research. That one I will not queue up. That's gonna be our research queue. We're already doing advanced steelmaking. That's really awesome. Is this a fast one? No, it's 60 seconds. I guess not everything started working just yet. I'm definitely producing more than I need to sustain this. And very likely, as soon as I get do I want to prioritize assembler 3? As much as I hate it, I think I'm gonna prioritize assembler 3 just to be able to speed up research. We'll see how we go with steel production. If I manage to do the steel setup fast, I'll deprioritize to get the solar panels up and running. That being said, sort A to Z, I forgot to set up the iron for fuel. I still have a lot of fuel, so let's not worry about that. I have too many batteries. I am lacking things. What am I lacking? Plates. Rods I have plenty, boards I have plenty, iron parts I have more than plenty. I have too many power lines. Okay, let's start doing drone miners. How many deposits do I need? I need to get ignium, I need to get iron, and I'll need to get... Let me check the ratios again on this technology. This, very importantly, is also going to give me the crusher level 2, which is basically double the speed. So the ratio is going to be the same. It's 4 to 2. So I need, let's keep it simple, 4 lanes of iron, 2 lanes of ignium ore, and I'll get 2 lanes of steel. Do I need to go that crazy? Probably don't, but this will actually sort out steel for a very, very long time, so I'm actually gonna do it. I'll need a lot of steel, I'll need a lot of machinery parts, and a lot of circuit boards. And yeah, we can already power almost all of our servers, so maybe I'm gonna rethink the priority on that thing. Do I need pipes? I think I need more pipes. What does 4 lanes mean in terms of miners? It's 4 per lane. I need 6 in total. I need 24. I have 5. I think that's all the ones I need. The crusher recipe, it involves the level 1 crusher, so let's make at least the level 1 crushers. I'll need a lot. The advanced smelter for some reason doesn't require the basic smelter, which is a bit question mark, but it is what it is. How am I... maybe that was a bit too much. That was definitely too much. Components. Awesome, we can start transforming, we can start crafting. I don't remember exactly how many, but we'll need a lot of them. I think if I make 30, it's safe. We can start converting some of those. I don't have enough rails. And everything else is gonna be just things to keep me going. How early in the morning? It is very early in the morning. The battery is down. I am on steam turbine power, so it is working. Pretty soon the solar panels are gonna turn on. My base is gonna have a small blackout, but I'm fine with that. We're gonna fix it very soon. Nothing to worry about. Big question is, where do I want to build? Okay, how many squares does the full train station span? Seven or 7 to 8. So that's not good, but I can place the entry point somewhere, the exit point actually somewhere here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, no, somewhere here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, on the major grid line, very close to these signals, I'll make a station with the exit here. I have enough for this. Let's actually craft, since I'm here. Did I cancel my crafting queue? Or what happened? And why don't I have enough belt on me? I'm low on circuit boards as well. So I'm gonna head over that way, so I'll grab circuit boards from the main train station. I'll grab the Xeno logistic tower because I'm gonna build in a different place. Okay, let's build. They are working full speed, they're just missing... Oh, this is how much it can sustain. Is this a faster tech? It is a faster tech, it's just 30 seconds. And I have no idea which direction I'm heading into. Okay, now I'm heading in the right direction. I'm gonna need ignium and ore, Sonoferrite ore, and I'm actually gonna tap both deposits. I'll make just the outstation for now. Trains are functioning. The base seems to be working as designed. And yeah, as I was saying, input over here. Now, this is gonna be quite far away. I don't know if I want to drag two belts all the way over there. Whatever, I'll just do it. So, what did I say? I said that I'll make this the exit. I want to build somewhere in the middle of the deposits. If I make this the entry, the exit is gonna be over here, so I'll build here, prefer build over here. Yep, perfect, right on the grid line. Tell me I'm not overlapping the power pole. I'm actually not. So let's do the chain signals first. these signals, let's see the colors. The colors look good. And well, by now should be able to build this very fast. I hopefully should know all the dimensions and where all the signals go. As I was saying, I'll build just the exit station. Okay, that is the good signal color. I'm bypassing the T-junction over here, which was the important bit. Hopefully I'm not gonna have issues with parkings of 8. Really hope so. Cool. Parks, park entries. So this is the entry. I'll check to make sure that I have the right directions. Yes, the arrows do line up. Exits, I already have exits selected, so I'll put exits first. Now let's set up the chains. I feel like I'm missing one. That one. That, the lines are separate. We are good to go. I find it very interesting that I can use the exact same pattern I've used for Factorio in building my train stations. I would assume that they were basically inspired by the Factorio design. Probably the only thing I like more than Factorio in both Satisfactory and here is the way the train stations are made. I kind of like the idea of actually having these structures and having them input-output and have a very fast throughput on the train station. It kind of standardizes the build a bit more. I know that there's a whole Factorio creativity spill to all of this, but I don't know, for me, I like this. I actually really do like this. probably as straight of a line as it's gonna get. There's enough build room, so I'll make the inputs and outputs over here, I think. So aligned over here. And I know that this is gonna be a massive build. You know what? Let's actually do the other train stations as well. Hopefully that's good. That is not good, for instance. This is good. I have the exact number of signals I need to complete this. And I just wanted to build them so I have the visual reference. Of how all of this is gonna look like. So one deposit is over there, another deposit is over there. That's gonna be a bit of a drag. And then there's another ignium deposit. I'm gonna tap this deposit. Yeah, that's gonna be a long couple of belts. And you know what? Let's start with that. Again, inputs are, I'm gonna make the input lines I think over here. This looks central enough. Can I still put a loader if I do this? No, I cannot put a loader, that's way too close. Those are... No, I need to have 2 iron ore and 1... whatever its name is. I just want to craft 2 more of these for now. 2 iron ore and 1 ignium coming in. Cool, so that's our inputs. I'll make ignium the first one, and I'll make this the ignium train station. I'll make this the iron train station. And because this is the ignium one, I'll try to align this. Hopefully that's good enough. Looks like it is. How do I get power? Power is probably easier just to drag from over here instead of dragging power poles in parallel here. How far are we? Oh, we actually went through the mountain way faster than I thought. We're going through a lava shaft. Yeah, this definitely is longer than it needs to be. Let's get power over here. While I'm outside, I'll need a personal... I need actually elevator, 3 of them, and 6 freight elevators. And let's find the ignium deposit. Am I getting too close to deposit? No, I don't think so. No, let's get the lift first. What's it colliding with? Is it colliding with the rails? I think it might have... yeah, it was colliding with the rails. Deposit is at 97, so let's get this started. Before I forget yet again, let's get power connected and aligning it to the front of the lift. I'll leave 2 spaces over there and 1 output, 2 outputs, so this is gonna be enough for 2 belts. I'm gonna make the power supply over there. I really hope there's no water into the shaft. Doesn't seem to be. I hate when the game behaves very weirdly when I put an elevator on water. There we go. And I think that for today the goal is gonna be to get the 3 pieces, the 3 deposits connected. It is getting a bit late. Okay, that should keep the drones busy. I do not learn, do I? Did I excavate enough? Yes, I did. I don't have any transformers on me, I'm sure of it. Okay, power is connected, and let's see, I want to come, I think, over there. Length of 4. And length of 4, and over here, let's go with this. Two belts, and the belts are gonna be coming over here actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty soon I will update I'll upgrade the belts to the top tier, and that's where we'll actually have a very big discrepancy in number of miners. I'll actually use the full space around to harvest. For now we're good, but I'm really, is it still nighttime? Oh yes, it is full. I guess, oh yeah, I started my research, so the batteries will be drained substantially faster. We'll just have to live with this until we manage to do everything. I could build half of the steel build, I guess. We should have... I've locked myself here, haven't I? Oh, not locked, but I need to wait for the elevator now. I wanted to say why is this not delivering a full belt, but I keep forgetting belts are not impacted by the power grid. Miners are, so obviously they're not gonna deliver a full belt. On the plus side, during daytime we should be able to cover our demand. I did say I'll grab my Xeno grid, and I completely forgot to do that. And I cannot craft another one right now. My Xeno tower. That was the word I was looking for. my god, it feels so great. You can sense almost immediately the the speed difference. Two more deposits, and unfortunately I think that that's gonna be it for this day. I do feel that I am starting to become very tired. And it is a work day, unfortunately, tomorrow. Well, I'll build over here. Height 1 to 1. This is a very low factory. Add station 1 to 1, 1 to 1. Let's make the transformers as well, since I'm there. So we need to bring I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna make another set of lifts. Can I do that? How many? 6 lifts, yes. It's 2 belts per lift. I could have connected this straight down, but I want to make my base just a bit future-proof. I'm doing... what am I doing? 3 wide. And I need to align over here. Oh, come on. There we go. That's 1. That's 2. And this is gonna be 3. This is gonna be output. No. That was wrong. It needs to be over here. Yep, that looks much better. Yep, those were all my plates, which is very unfortunate because I don't think I'll have enough plates to build everything. We'll see. Freight elevator, bottom part. We are at water level. 1, 2, 3, and okay. Ignium is delivered to the top platform. That was the first task. We'll have a second task to... I need to mine over here a bit. I'll use that. That one, I think that is... Yep, that's good. You know what? I'll make the freight elevator aligned properly. So top part over here and output to belts. Let's make the outputs. Barely have enough inserters for this mine, so I'll definitely not have enough for the next one. I'll just go and steal some iron plates from here. I do want to finish this build. Nope, it was the other way around. How many do I need to go? Let's go 10 that way and 2 this way. Okay, that one is started. I don't remember how many I said I'm gonna go. I generally gonna go, yeah, 13. 13 looks like a good number. And this is actually gonna be enough. Okay, let's mine this bit first while I'm setting up the platform. How many? Let's go this. Yeah, that's good enough. That was not half and half. You know what? We can have 5 miners over here for now. So that's the second iron ore deposit. I can stop excavating. Probably have a ton of dirt on me. Okay, let's go grab some more iron plates and do that third deposit. I think I've connected everything. Yes, I did. We have that going, and last one is gonna be over here. I'll drag like this and like this, but yeah, first of all, iron plates. Am I missing anything other than inserters? I have the transformer, I have one less drone miner because I made the exact number. That's not iron. That's not iron. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay. That is iron, so one more of these. I do have the transformer, I have the lifts. How am I doing with belt? Belt is enough. Blocks. I still have 1,000 blocks. I still have some power poles, not many but some. And that's gonna be more than enough. We just need to get over here. This is a bit too tight for my liking, but it will have to do. Some trains will probably slow down a bit. Okay, the deposit is right there. I'll actually make the lift in on the lava shaft. But before I do that, I want to clear out the way for the belt, and I want to make the lift at the same level. No. The lift is gonna be over here. This one is gonna be over here. And I can actually successfully get 2 lanes out. I placed the wrong segment. Let's fix that. That takes care of the inserter problem. We need power. And I didn't start digging. How far down? 116. Fortunately, I don't have to dig a lot. Well, while that's digging, let's connect the belts. I cannot see properly, but I think that's... yeah. That lines up properly. This is gonna be inputs. So once we reach the deposit, we'll have 4 lanes of iron And 2 lanes of coal, all ready to make steel out of them. Length of 12, that looks good to me. What? Okay, let's start digging over here. It's 6 by 4. That height. And let's start mining the deposit. I think I said length of 12. That seemed way too long for some reason. Really? Okay, that's good. That's good. This is good. Have the lift. We have power. Do I get corners everywhere? Yes, I do. When I get corners everywhere, it's yet too hard to get the anchor point right. You can always put a block that gives you a decent enough anchor point. And now we can start building the miners. We can take that out. Probably that's good enough. You know what? I'll keep it to this one for now. And I barely have enough belt. I actually expected to have a bit more belt left at the end of the day. That's the limit. It's not great, but let's add on here so that the drones can actually mine something until I leave. Well, however much we've mined. Inventory cleanup, all done. 2 more lanes of iron ore secured, and we are heading back to the surface. Mission accomplished. I should probably rotate the elevator next time to have the power connection facing the miner. Nonetheless, 4 belts with 2 belts. Let's have a quick peek into how much we need to build. I remember there's a lot of machines, but I don't remember exactly how many. So Crusher 2 will be able to okay, I just realized I'm gonna upgrade to belt 4 very soon, which is the highest throughput belt. I don't want to rebuild this over again. So for now, I'm probably gonna do just a lane. Maybe not even a full lane. I'll see. Just use some of these machines because, yeah, if I use these ones, 320 is 4 of these. So I'll need four over here. 4 times 6, that's 24 crushers to crush everything I have here. And then I need 4 times 2. Another 8 crushers to crush the ignium. That's gonna produce 8 times 40, that's 320 obviously. And then for this one, 320, 20, 21, 22 of these to smelt everything. Maybe I'll just build everything and I'll tear down when I get the blue belts. We'll see. But that's gonna be for the next episode, or next stream I should say. So the idea for the next stream is finish steel production over here, deliver steel over here, build a lot of solar panels, and I haven't looked at the recipe for this one. My power is probably very low right now, that's why it's going so slow. Recipe for this one is plates, boards, and energy cells, so we could technically already build these ones. Not gonna help with power production though, so I'll hold off on them. But yeah, build battery, build solar panels, and produce, probably I'll aim at 100, 200 megawatts of sustainable power, something like that. That should give us a good buffer to build up the base steel nuclear and not worry about power production. That's gonna be a major goal. We'll want to start upgrading things to blue belts soon, but that means we need Science Pack 5 and we don't have anything from the Science Pack 5. It's gonna be a while. Oh yeah, I was saying that once I stabilize everything, and doing power kind of stabilizes things, I want to catch up on building and delivering bots, upgrading our space station. So probably that's gonna be the focus for tomorrow. Or I will try to stream tomorrow, I'll see how my schedule looks like. That being said, thank you all very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. I know I definitely have. And yeah, hope to see you here next time. Have a great one. Bye.